Now next we have the animal sign for pig. This year the pig animal sign really has a lot of inauspicious stars because the pig animal sign actually has direct clash with the Grand Duke. Because of this clash with the Grand Duke, it means that your luck in general is really not that good. So the feeling is like you're swimming in the swimming pool and wearing a full suit. So swimming is difficult. Yes, you will still get to the end of the journey, but it's just very tiring and full of a lot of obstacles ahead. So in general, we'll say that if possible, you just want to lay low in the things that you're doing. If possible, don't do major investment, don't go and agree with people to start new business or change your job if really you can continue working at the same place. Try not to make major movements or changes to your life for this year because you will just tend to end up with more issues, more problems. When we say clash with the Grand Duke is, again, in Chinese we call it 犯太岁, right? Make sure that you have to persevere, be more meticulous, believe in yourself, don't doubt yourself, right? Whatever you're trying to do, make sure that you do double check, triple check, be more confident with your decision making and don't always doubt yourself. Try to resolve all conflicts amicably. Bosses may even oppress you or even bully you, so you need to learn how to protect yourself from your bosses, especially if you have bad bosses who tend to throw a lot of work for you to do or tend to force you to work OT overtime, right? Then you need to really draw a clear line and let the boss know that there is only so much that you can do and you still have your own personal life. Then watch what you sign, especially legal related papers. Then stress level is high, so must take time to rest and take time to recuperate. Okay. Next, we look at the wealth for the pig person. So this year, for your wealth, direct wealth, indirect wealth, both are actually not so good, right? Then avoid all forms of investment if possible. Huge money leakage because we have this star called 大号. 大号 means huge loss of money. It can be people borrow and never return, or people make mistakes and you have to pay for it. So do be very careful. Evaluate all investment objectively and carefully. Then keep your money safe when traveling. Beware of scams, beware of people trying to borrow money from you, or if you are going to buy any big ticket items like buying a new car, buying a house, or doing investments for property, do be very, very diligent in checking the background of all the information, right? So that you don't get cheated easily, okay? Then for the pig person this year, for your health, basically health is fine, still good. Pay more attention to your liver and kidneys, that's all. Just avoid risky climbing activities. Meaning, let's say you need to climb some mountains, go some trekking, either you need to give yourself some kind of protection or be very aware with safety procedures or have some safety equipment with you, and also watch out for fall risk. You may, fall down or get twisted with your ankle or get injuries on your body. So make sure that you go with someone who's more experienced than you, or at least only go to places that you're familiar with. Those places that you've never been to, or you're not familiar with the route or not familiar with all these activities, it's best not to do them. Okay. Pay more attention to the elderly at home. There might be fall risks, there might be accidents, or maybe even sickness for the elderly at home. So do call them and check on them, or get a video camera or CCTV or some kind of a camera, place it at home such that you can keep an eye on them. Next, for the pig person this year, the relationship part, very volatile in your temper this year. So because things are not that smooth, so it's easy for you to get angry or you get frustrated with things. So make sure you don't neglect your loved ones. And for unmarried couples, may have some challenging moments. So remember to persevere, step back, right? And then communicate your intention clearly instead of hiding your feelings for those who are married. Now, let's talk a little bit more about this Grand Duke. Grand Duke actually refers to a tradition in Chinese we call 太岁, right? Actually, the detailed explanation of this Grand Duke is linking to the planetary movements of the Jupiter and Saturn in relative to where the Earth is within our solar system. So because of the huge gravitational pull that is generated from this Jupiter, Jupiter is one of the largest planet in our solar system. So it actually has so much mass with it that it creates a huge gravitational pull. And because of the intersection between the Jupiter and Saturn in relation to the Earth, right, it has a certain energy that is acting on Earth every year. But somehow for the traditional Chinese, we have some calculations which we know that people born in certain years will be affected by this Jupiter energy every few years. So that's how we translate it into Fan Tai Sui, which is the offending the Grand Duke. I won't be able to go in detail for all this too much, but I just briefly explain it in this way. Just see it this way, that there is 60 Grand Duke out there, where each year there is an individual Grand Duke that will be on duty. So this year, the Grand Duke that is on duty is 以四太岁无足大将军. So this 无足大将军 is actually the general that is on duty for 2025. So normally, in order to resolve this Tai Sui problem, we will advise people to do certain things, right? So the people who are affected this year is actually belonging to this group where the snake is. So we have the tiger, the monkey, the snake, and the pig. So these are the 4 animal signs that is actually offending the Grand Duke this year, where the snake and the pig will be the most severe. The tiger and the monkey is still not too bad, okay? So how to overcome these issues of the Grand Duke? So you can actually use things like a talisman, something like this, or you can actually pray to the Grand Duke. In Singapore, you can actually pray to the Grand Duke at the place like Arumugan Road, which is the Kuchai Ba Temple. Yeah, so the Kuchai Ba Temple itself has this process of helping people to pray for the Grand Duke. You can go there after the 3rd of February. There will be professional people where you really have to queue up, and you can give them your birth date and they will help you to convert it into a lunar calendar writing. And then they have this paper where you can write down your name, your birth date, information, and then you will go. They'll direct you to this Tai Sui hall, and then from there you can pray and ask for protection for the year. So generally you can do things like that over there, and there are people who guide you there. I think they probably serve like thousands of people per year in this temple to do this praying for the Tai Sui. So you can go there and take a look. The other option is to wear a jade monkey. The last option is to actually wear a good luck charm. The Tai Sui golden card, right? This is actually a Tai Sui card that maybe you can see it like a membership card, where purchase this and carry this with you. And then once you are the member for this club for this year, especially the animal sign for that tiger, monkey, for the snake and the pig, right? If you carry this with you, in a way, this will have certain effect of protecting you. So if you're interested in this, you can drop me a message and then we can arrange something like that for you. So for the jade monkey, these are the samples. It's basically a piece of jade or some precious stones with the monkey animal sign. However, in order for all this to work, right, you really need to cleanse the jade, the pendant properly with proper energetic ways. And then at the same time, you need to empower it. Without empowering this, the effect is not as obvious. Next, we talk about the luck of the rat animal sign. So for the rat animal sign, this year, as you can see, for the work and wealth, and also the health seems to be quite good. There are many red stars over there. But the key thing is that there are 3 powerful auspicious stars for the red animal sign this year: 紫微, Longde, and 玉堂. 紫微 and Longde are 2 of the most powerful auspicious stars around. So many auspicious stars in the palace. So the red person is very, very lucky for this year. Easily can get some support from the top. We also say that a lot of benefactors helping you for this year. It's easy to get promotion or even get great opportunities for yourself. Still need to take some precaution for malicious characters, but it's just a little bit of issues with malicious characters, but not severe. So it's considered a very, very good year for you. Next, we look at the wealth luck of the red animal sign. So for wealth, basically is very, very strong. Wealth luck, strong, increment is substantial, which means that you are able to make a lot of money this year. Also, some form of unexpected gain occurring, but don't be too complacent because the money itself comes quickly. It can go quickly also, unless you are capable of keeping the money. So beware of scams or trusting the wrong person. Next, we look at the health. Health is stable. If possible, you also want to be able to donate blood in order to avoid any calamities. And drive safely, be patient. If you're tired, make sure that you take a rest before you start driving again. Or if you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. Then pay more attention to digestive system and also watch for food cleanliness before eating, especially all the raw food. Then for relationship-wise, this year may not be so good. Emotions are very unstable, so it's easy for you to fluctuate in terms of your relationship. So fluctuating between hot and cold for your relationship. Beware of third party entering the relationship. I'm not suggesting you to really spy upon your love partner, but more of do take note if there's any unusual signs of your partner, so that at least if there's any possibility for any marital affairs or any extra relationship, then you can notice it early. Be focused on your current relationship and also open up your communication with each other. Basically, this year for the red person, for your relationship wise, you do have to learn to manage it properly. Next is the luck of the ox. So for the ox this year, luck is not so good, and you have the white tiger as an inauspicious star. So white tiger is basically all the, we call it the malicious character and all the bad things. So if you look at it, your career this year got a lot of inauspicious stars, so have a lot of obstacles, and then also chances of being oppressed by higher level. So bosses or even bosses may give you a lot of stress and oppress you or give you too many things to do. So you want to be able to manage this part of it and be cautious to get confirmation of your job, so-called like your job scope and expectations, so that at least you know what you should be doing for your job instead of working on things that you are not expected to do. Then resolve all conflict amicably whenever possible, and also seek second opinion and support before you proceed with any major decisions. Direct and indirect wealth for this year is not very good. Easy for you to make wrong investments or make mistakes in your investments and speculations. So it's best that you trust no one with your money, and it's easy for you to get scammed. So when it comes to all these scam calls or all this possibility for scams, you need to really heighten your precaution. Then create a budget and stick to it in case of rainy days. So you need to learn to protect your money and also keep some reserve in case there's any problems that you need to spend money. Next, we look at the health. Health-wise, pay more attention to the health of the elderly at home, as there might be some kind of symptoms for elderly people falling sick or falling down, or their safety. Again, you can also use some form of surveillance camera and place it at home so that you can actually keep a lookout of all these older people at home. Then pay more attention to your liver and heart condition. Beware of accidents and injuries, especially sharp objects. If you're handling knives or handling scissors, do pay more attention to it. Drive safely, drive patiently, and also donate blood to avoid calamities if possible. Relationship-wise, for this year, you need to take initiative to socialize with others because you tend to isolate yourself. So you need to set aside time for meeting people. And eventful relationship life for the singles. However, you may not be able to find the right person yet. For couples, you need to be more understanding towards each other, especially pay more attention to the needs of your partner.